Hello, Virgo. This is going to be your general tarot reading for January 2021. Happy New Year. As I'm filming this, it's actually New Year's Eve day. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys. So if you would like to skip straight ahead to your general reading, there's a timestamp down in the description box down below that you can click on. It'll take you straight to the beginning of your reading. This reading is for you if you happen to be a Virgo rising, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, or a Virgo Venus. Oh my goodness, I just realized that there's some upside down cards in here. You're welcome to hang out with me during this boring part, or you could just skip straight ahead. Okay, it looks like most of them are upright. I generally don't work with reversals unless they just happen to pop out randomly, but let's see, I think they're all pretty much upright except for like one card. Hope you guys are well. Many blessings to you in the new year. I hope that 2021 will be better than 2020 was. 2020 has been quite the year. Okay, there is one upside down card in here somewhere, but I don't see it now, so maybe it wants to be upside down. Oh well, we'll see. Okay. So I'm going to do a Celtic crossbread using the Gaian tarot, as in Gaia. Oh, there it is. There's the upside down card. And the spiral tarot. And we'll just see what comes out. This reading may or may not resonate, as you know. Certain things might, other things might not. Okay, this is for Virgo for January 2021. 11 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here, let me move these over so you can see them a little bit. In case you're wondering what the random white thing is, it's actually paper towels. You're in my kitchen right now. I was trying to do it in the living room, but the setup in there with the table situation is not the greatest. And this table is the biggest table in the apartment, so hopefully this works for you. I know it's kind of strange to have my groceries in the background, but it is what it is. Okay, By the way, I'm using a new microphone that's attached to a headset, and hopefully you can hear me. It's a little bit odd for me because I have things covering my ears, and so it's hard for me to hear myself. But hopefully you're not picking up on too much of my breathing or other noises. This is an interesting reading, you guys. All right, let me pick a clarifier to go with that top one, and then we'll get started. I'm going to pick one more. Let me pick one from this. For some of the clarifiers, I'm going to be using the Enchanted Map or Oracle, just to have a different non-tarot perspective. Interesting. Okay. All right. For your central experience for January 2021, it seems to be that you are thirsty for something that has been hard to find. With it, you have the Star Major Arcana. It may be that you've been searching for hope, or you've been searching for a positive outlook, or to simplify your life, or to feel a spiritual feeling of inspiration. You may have been lacking in inspiration, or just not completely emotionally satisfied with what you've got going on. If you look at this version of the Seven of Cups, he's drinking out of all of these different cups. To me, even though he has plenty of water all the way around him, and he has plenty of cups to choose from, he just seems really thirsty to me. Like, it seems like no matter how much water he drinks, he's eternally thirsty. This might just be a nebulous kind of emotional feeling of dissatisfaction or being thirsty for something, but you're not sure what. Or you have a lot to choose from, but none of the choices satisfy you. This could be a nebulous feeling of just generally feeling uninspired or not fulfilled. This is a minor arcana card, though, and this is a major arcana. And so it may just be that you're hungry for some kind of a spiritual feeling, or a feeling of inspiration that you feel you have been lacking. But it seems as though it's possible, or this might be coming in while you are distracted by other things, because he's facing away from the star. He doesn't see her. She's right behind him. So it may be that something is coming in that you don't see coming yet, that could end up changing how you feel, or gives you a much needed sense of inspiration, or looking forward to the future. So with these two, you have Ride the Wave. So yeah, it seems as though something is coming in. A tide is coming in, a wave is coming in. There's motion happening here. You might be trying to process your emotional stuff, and in the meantime, you don't see this coming in. But I do see a shift here going on from dissatisfaction, or even feelings of boredom, or being thirsty for something, into inspiration, hope for the future, and realizing that things are gathering, like you know how a wave gathers itself first slowly and then all of a sudden it peaks. Something feels as though it's gathering, or you may be getting ready for this somehow, or sense it coming too. So let me pick just one more on that one, see if I get any more information. What are they thirsty for? It may even be telling you that you need to drink more water. Or the water that you are drinking is not satisfying you. You might want to think about getting some kind of a water purifier or getting different water if you can. What are you thirsty for? All right, I'm going to pause this for a second to go grab something and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I felt the need to go and grab the book that goes with this oracle just so I can read you what it says. My question when I pulled it was, what are you thirsty for? Or what have you been searching for? It seems as though he's searching for the right cup. So what are you thirsty for? And I got the Golden Palace. Maybe you're thirsty for a sense of home, or for enough of what you need, money-wise, or even spiritual gold. This is a golden palace after all. But let's read what it says. And like I said before, this may or may not resonate for you, but this is what I got. So you are thirsty for this. And it says, there is always enough. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. So this is what you are thirsty for, or you have been thirsty for. Happiness, sharing love, possibly prosperity, abundance, a sense of happiness. Not to say that you're completely miserable, but it definitely seems as though you could use a little bit more inspiration or positive energy. But it seems as though it is very possible it's coming in. So, your challenge. Your challenge is the Priestess, otherwise known as the High Priestess. Major Arcana. So something about your intuition is blocked or is challenged. Or it may be challenging to figure out what your intuition is telling you, or whether your intuition is correct or not. Or just your internal compass system that kind of guides you may be a little bit skewed or confused at this time. You may be having a hard time figuring out whether certain intuitions are actually fears or worries, or whether they are actually intuitions. So let me get more on that. It may be that your inner self is trying to tell you something, but for whatever reasons you're not hearing it, or you don't want to hear it. Or it could even be saying that your challenge is that your intuition or your gut feelings are heightened. And so it may be hard to center yourself in situations because you are receiving so much. But let's see. For somebody watching, it may even be something as specific as you are going to the wrong psychic, or you are going to someone that you view as the high priestess that may or may not be actually helpful for you. But that's a very specific thing. So let's see. Why is the High Priestess a challenge this month for them? Your intuition or your internal guidance system seems to be limited this month for whatever reasons. It might be that you have other things distracting you at this time that are keeping you from being able to hear it or hear her, your intuition. You may just be feeling, you may have been feeling stuck. You may have been feeling stuck or just uninspired, or you haven't had enough positive change happen to open up your intuition more, or to even be able to pay attention to it, or for, those cycles where you're having a lot of interesting dreams, you're picking up on things from around you, your intuition is strong, and then there are other times or other cycles where it's more subdued, or your dreams, you may not be dreaming anymore, or your intuitions aren't as strong as usual. But something to do with money, having to possibly survive or feel as though you need to hang on to things, or just a lot of duties or a lot of things that you have to upkeep and do are somehow challenging your intuition, or your intuition may be telling you that you are stuck and you need to get out of it, but for whatever reasons you feel as though you need to stay. Let me see if I get more. Tell me more about this situation. You may have some kind of health thing going on. Your intuition may be telling you something about your health. You may have been neglecting your health because of all of the things you have to do or upkeep. It might be a diet issue, might be you are not eating the right things, or you're allergic to something, or there's a diet change that's needed in how you take care of your body, or what you eat, or what you drink. I got something about needing better water earlier. You may be noticing symptoms of something because of this. Your old way of taking care of your body seems to be changing, or needs to be changed. This could be, let me look into this a little bit more. Give me an idea of what kinds of symptoms they might be having, or what kind of adjustments need to be made, or what's going on. Okay, for somebody watching, if this resonates for you, Your symptoms would be headaches, circulatory system, breathing, things like asthma, allergies, the nervous system or nerve problems, and something to do with the stomach or the intestines. I'm getting more the stomach or breasts, or chest area rather. Possibly the lymph system. I would recommend you breathe deeply to the best of your ability, and you may want to look into oxygenating your blood, or yeah, you definitely might want to have that checked if you are having issues like this, but it may be something, the cause may be something very simple. Okay. So, or it could be a loved one is not doing so hot and you're trying to use your intuition to figure out what needs to be adjusted. Could be a child that has some kind of symptoms of something that you're trying to figure out. That aside, the specifics aside, I would just say something needs to change in how you treat your body, what you're doing. Your existing structure has become too limiting, and it's actually affecting your health at this time, or making it harder for you to hear your intuition. So anyway, this is odd. What is helping you is the 5 of air. I'm getting the words clear the air. You may need to speak on something that possibly you haven't been speaking on because you're afraid it's going to bring about conflict or unnecessary drama or fighting amongst people. But let me get more on this. This is normally the 5 of Swords. Something about this is helping you though, so let's find out more. Tell me more about why the 5 of air is helping them. About equality of exchange, or equal money for time spent, or people working together more. You need help from other people where you're not shouldering all the responsibilities on your own. Yeah, you need to say something. Let me see if I get any more. Or this may be yeah, this is a pretty clear message. So it may be that you have some stress or a little bit of anger or annoyance because you feel as though potentially that you are just overloaded with too many responsibilities, or you're trying to shoulder everything that needs to be shouldered on your own when actually you need more input or more help from other people, or just more equality in the situation. Where other people are pulling in their own weight in the situation, and you're not the only one shouldering it all. And this doesn't even necessarily have to do with money. It could. This could also be energy spent. You need more help with getting things done, or producing something, or just making sure that everything has what it needs. You need more equality in the situation. Other people may not be pulling in as much as you, or putting in as much work as you are, or even caring about the situation as much as you do. This could definitely be work related or family related. This could even have to do with relationships. It might just be that you need more help, or you need other people to bring energy into this situation where you are not so laden down. with responsibilities or things you have to do. It's definitely come to a head where you need to speak about it. This is helping you, and so my guess is that if you brought this up or you tried to communicate about the fact that you need more help or you need things to be more equal, it may not bring about the fighting that you're worried that it will. It might be that other people just need to be told where you're at with it, and they might actually surprise you by making an effort rather than arguing with you. Or even if it does bring about irritation from others or possibly squabbles, it's worth it, because the end result is that you would receive the help that you need, or things do equalize out or balance out. So, all right. So in your instincts, you're battling worry or anxiety or fear. Let me get more on this. You might be having nightmares or struggling with worrisome thoughts about projections in the future on what might happen in the future. But let me see if I get any more on this. What are they worried about? Or what is causing the worry? The Tower, you're worried that things are going to crash. Okay, give me some kind of a remedy card, please. Okay. All right. It seems as though you're battling with stress this month over possibly even things going on in the world or in the greater community, but this could also be personal too. So you are worried, or you may be suppressing your worries actually, and it may be coming out in some other form. It might be that you have realized that you're avoiding worry, or you're avoiding what you're worried about in your waking life in order to keep things going or to just continue on with things. But it might be coming out in some other form, either in the form of nightmares, trouble sleeping, or some kind of physical symptom that appears to be medical, and it could very well be physical, but it is also coming from a source of your immune system being stressed, because you are ultimately stressed. But it might be that you might be fooling yourself that you are actually not stressed out when actually you are. So what I am getting is that you are worried about some kind of a crash. This is Major Arcana, the Tower. This could be lots of things. This could be you are worried about the crash of a relationship that you're in, or a living situation that you're in, or I'm even getting worried about an economic crash, or of things getting worse. But your remedy in this situation is Temperance, another Major Arcana. So try to stay positive, breathe deeply, relax. Try to stay positive and take it easy. Don't go to extremes with this. Look into some methods where you can deal with stress properly instead of pushing it away or pushing it down. Some way that you can release the stress, whether it's something creative, going for walks, doing something Let me see if I get a little bit more about that. Give me something that they can work with or focus on to help them release stress. Yeah, some kind of meditation, breathing deeply, relaxing the body, possibly changing something to do with your diet or what you're eating or drinking. Some of this stress situation is being triggered by things around you, but it's also bringing up some things from the past as well. Past stressful situations are being reignited again in your body's memory. So definitely look into some fun practices you could do, and it doesn't even have to be meditation, it could be anything, but just something to focus on, even if it's just lying down and listening to ocean waves, or some kind of white noise, or just focusing on your breathing. So maybe even have some work done if you can go to a healer or go to a Reiki practitioner, or just get some work done on you, even if it's just a massage, if that's even possible where you are. Okay. In the past, you have definitely reached a time where you realize things will no longer be the same that they were before. An old cycle is naturally coming to a close as far as what you think, what you're focusing on, where you choose to direct your intentions, your energy, your focus. You are moving onto a new cycle, but this is a transition that is full of ease. These geese are not having a hard time flying. They are flying in a particular direction. 10s are about completion. So you have recently completed some kind of a cycle involving how you think, how you communicate, what you think about, what you choose to focus on, or even what you've been doing. You may be moving onto a completely different cycle, but rather than it being difficult, it feels nice. It feels like you knew it was time to go, or things have just gently come to a close. And so now you're thinking about the future. What else would you like to do? Where would you like to go? And because this is a flock of geese, you have support in this, and you are not alone in this process. Or you may be headed in a particular direction, either mentally, emotionally, physically, with some like-minded people that are on a similar journey. So let me find out a little bit more about that. Moving on from a relationship, or a relationship is naturally progressing into a new direction. Or an old cycle of relating to people is coming to a close, and a new cycle of relating to people is coming in. Or this could be just a natural graduation of things in a relationship where the two of you are headed in a new direction now than where you were before. Or it could even be that a cycle has ended concerning a relationship. And so now you're looking towards where do you go now, or what do you want to do now? But to me, this doesn't feel harsh. This doesn't feel painful. It's just a natural progression of things. It could be that if some of you are in relationships, the two of you have been brainstorming together on closing up an old cycle and beginning a new one. And what are your future goals? What are your future plans of where you want to be headed? So, or an old way of communicating in the relationship has come to an end, and you guys are formulating together a new way of communicating that is easier than before, or more healthy than before. So your best possible outcome is the Four of Air, which is rest, relaxation. This is very non-stressful here, or this is learning how to manage stress where you still take time out to take care of yourself, rest your mind, breathe deeply, take care of yourself. This could also be stabilization of how you are thinking or what you choose to focus on. So let me get more on it. Tell me more about the Four of Air as their best possible outcome. To slow down. You may have been rushing around like a mad person. There's the Eight of Wands, which is things speeding up or a lot up in the air. A lot of change going on, a lot of choices, a lot of different things that haven't quite landed yet. Or it may just be that you have been running around like crazy and you need to slow down, because with this you got the Knight of Pentacles, which is your core card. This is a Virgo card right here. You may have been, and you may just feel as though you need to hurry, or you feel agitated, or there's a lot of nervous energy. Again, there's something in here about the nervous system. Maybe your nerves have slowly become shot over time, and you just feel jittery, like you have to rush, or you need to do things before it's too late or something. But your best possible outcome is to slow down, take it easy. You'll still see progress. You'll still be moving forward. It's not that things are at a standstill. It's just you need to slow down and really prioritize on what your goals are and what you really are trying to do here. It may be that you've been getting distracted by a lot. But center yourself, take naps, try to get enough sleep, take care of your body. Also, if you need help, you have it. So don't be afraid to ask for help or to accept help if it's offered. It's so funny, like every sign or every archetype has its positive and negative traits to it. Whatever the essence of that energy is, sometimes we give it away freely to other people, almost to excess, but we forget to do that for ourselves. For instance, Cancer people, they're caretakers oftentimes, similar to you guys. They oftentimes take care of other people emotionally, though, because they're a water sign. You guys take care of people physically, whether it's helping them do dishes, straightening up your grown child's apartment for her, so that, you know, she comes home to a nice place, or bringing food to someone who's sick, things like that. Loaning money to people who need it or can use it. Because Cancers are so nurturing, sometimes they forget to nurture themselves or to ask for other people to nurture them, and they end up getting emotionally exhausted. You guys are so busy helping everyone and freely helping lots of people and situations. Sometimes you guys forget to ask for help or to even accept it when it's offered. It's odd. So please don't do that this month in January. Please ask others for help if you need it, or accept it freely if it's being offered to you. And try not to overdo it on helping others at this time. It's more important for you to help yourself. So let me see. And also it's saying you don't have to hurry because something is growing here. Even though these eggs in the nest are still for now, eventually they will hatch into babies, and then there'll be plenty of action going on. So rest while you can. With the Knight of Pentacles, things are happening, things are gestating, and things are growing here. So enjoy the time while you have it. Another message in here is take care of yourself while you can, rest while you can, because in the future things may speed up, is another message in here. So take care of yourself, take the time while you have it, and then before you know it, things will pick up. Or if things have been too frantic and too busy, things will eventually slow down so that you can take care of yourself, especially if you ask others for help and speak up about it. So in the future, you have Major Arcana, Awakening. In other decks, this is Judgment. So a huge change is coming in the future. You definitely need to assess certain things or judge certain things around you to see if they are serving you or not, or whether they are detrimental for you. But I see a major change happening here where you understand things better. Your intuition is loud and clear. You feel more supported by others. There are others holding hands in this image. This woman who is becoming awakened, or it's like those feelings of when you're in a long-term state of confusion. Where is it? In a long-term state of confusion, or just distraction, or not certain on what the heck is going on. Awakening here is the moment where it all makes sense, or you have sudden, overwhelming clarity on the situation that you were confused about before. And because you have sudden, overwhelming, in a good way, clarity on what is actually happening here, then you can move forward and figure out your next steps. And to realize that you have support in this and you are not alone in this. Other people are going through similar things. And I see a breakthrough here. There's a breakthrough coming. This is kind of reminding me of this one. Ride the wave. Allow things to happen. Try not to tense up. Allow changes to happen. They may pleasantly surprise you, in that things are not doomed and things are not going to crash. Or if certain things do fall apart, they were meant to. And there is a world after that. Or there is adventure and clarity after that. So let me pick more on that. What are you becoming aware of? Or what are you awakening to in the future? You see positive change happening around you, of people working together. Okay, tell me more about this, please. People are working together. You see change happening. And not just in your own personal life, but in the outer world as well. If there were issues, disagreements, or severe problems in the past, it looks as though people are working together to figure out a solution to this. There may be things going on in the outer world with that Tower card you got earlier that are making you fear the worst. But I see in the future, fairly immediately, really, like by mid-January or the end of January, you see outer proof or results of people working together where you can relax a little bit. Things are not doomed to crash. People are doing something about it. And in your own personal life, if you feel as though you haven't been getting the help that you needed, or people have not been working together as much as they could and it was stressing you out, as long as you speak about it and bring it up, instead of it bringing about things like fighting, arguing, people being worse with each other, it actually seems to have the opposite result. You know, if a Virgo is upset and is saying that there's an issue, as long as these other people involved know you and love you, they're going to make the effort, because it's not very often when Virgos say that they need help. If Virgos are saying that they need help, you know it's got to be bad. So, yeah, people are working together, and this makes you feel very encouraged. It makes you feel a lot better. And if there has been some kind of health issue going on, it seems as though it's able to be figured out, or you're able to see how it can be addressed and possibly adjusted or worked with or improved. So you are trying to, well, I see before there's been confusion. There's been a feeling of being stuck. This could be an aspect of yourself. This can also be a guide or a person around you that helps you. If this is a person, they knock you out of your confusion by being extremely clear with you on what they perceive. If you need advice, if you need help, there is someone around you who sees things very clearly. This is an Aquarian card, by the way. Very, very clearly. Very observant person. Very aware. Observes things very closely. Is able to concentrate their mind into a clear laser ray that can give you extremely helpful advice. But sometimes, you know, or I'm sorry, this is the Queen of Swords, so this is a Libra card, not an Aquarius card. They can give you superb observations and advice. So if you really are looking to improve your situation and you are confused, go to someone whose opinion you trust, where the words may come out sharply at times, but it's not meant to hurt you. It's just because they see things sharply, and they don't mince, they're not sugar-coated words. They're clear words, which could be considered sharp by some people. Other people don't see it that way at all. They're just being clear. So if this is a person, they're giving you some extremely helpful advice, and you should pay attention to it. Or incorporate what they're saying into your own thoughts and think about it. This can also be an aspect of yourself where if you were confused before, you are no longer confused. You are no longer confused. You see things a lot clearly, a lot clearer than before. And so you can move forward from here because you have a new understanding. You may even take this role for someone else who needs your advice, where you can share your observations with them in the hopes that it helps or that they think about it. So in your surroundings, you have the 10 of Earth. Here's another 10. An old cycle definitely seems to be changing. You might be moving, or you might be thinking of moving location to a different location. Or you just realize on some level that things have changed. Things are no longer going to be the way that they were before. And it's a matter of accepting it. It seems as though you're accepting it. You kind of have to, right? of just allowing the change to occur, realizing an old cycle is coming to a close and a new cycle is opening up. So to gracefully accept the fact that the old is over and the new is coming in. You will be taken care of. You will have what you need in your surroundings. You may also want to go see someone that you haven't seen in a very long time that perhaps has missed you a great deal. They may not talk about it. I'm getting somebody's father in here. Somebody's father or grandfather or something to that, a person that you haven't seen in a long time that may be the strong stoic type that doesn't normally talk about their emotions or say how they feel. But this is someone who misses you or feels very lonely where they are. And so you may want to go see them to put closure to something, or even just simply to return to make sure that someone doesn't feel abandoned. So it's obviously advice you can take or leave. It's up to you. Your hope is for the Lovers. Interesting. You need to make some kind of a major choice. Let's find out more about that. Or your hopes are that you will be able to come into balance, or that you will make the right choice. Let's find out more about this. That you'll be able to move forward in a good way, in a new way together. Moving on, finding peace in a situation. Finding peace in a situation. So whether a relationship is still around or whether it has passed. Okay, let's put it this way. If a relationship has passed and you are no longer in an important relationship anymore, you're working on releasing the heartbreak, or you are working on moving on. And your hope is that things will feel better in the future. You won't be so torn up about this or so upset about it. That time heals wounds, that your heart will start to feel better and you'll find a sense of peace with accepting the fact that this is over. However, if you are still in a relationship, because you did get this earlier, where is it? This came with the 10 of air. Here it is. This came with the 10 of air, which in other decks is the 10 of swords. So if there is still a relationship here, it looks as though your old way of communicating has come to an end. Something about the way you guys communicated with each other in the past was not working. You may have been having a lot of battles or a lot of fighting or a lot of disagreements or just different views on how you should move forward. It seems as though if you are still together that you guys realized things needed to change if you wanted to keep your relationship alive. And so some of you may have had some things go on in the past that definitely have hurt you, or the two of you, or both of you. But in order to keep the relationship alive, you need to be at peace and move away from the trauma or the pain that has happened in the past. So whatever this is needs to be forgiven or needs to be released so that the two of you can move forward peacefully together in a new way than before. This may be your hope in the situation. And your general outcome is the Ace of Earth. This is your new beginning. This is your new experience. This might be a new home, a new location, a new relationship even, or a new way in a relationship. This can be a new way of treating your body, of taking care of yourself, of eating, drinking, resting, like a new routine or a new practice. This can also be a new situation that you're protecting or that you are slowly nurturing. Let's pick one to go with that. Tell me more about the Ace of Earth. Some of you might have a young person coming into the family, or a baby being born too. This is a new sense of family. Whether you've had the same community or the same family the whole time, this is almost a renewal of it. And again, I'm getting a message for someone. You might be having a baby born in family, or you may realize that you are about to have a baby. But yeah, a new sense of community, a new sense of family, a new sense of belonging, and realizing that you have tons of support here. You have lots of people that care about you and want to help, or want to equally all give to the situation. And that you are not alone, and you can depend on other people to be there for you in times of need, when you need help or need support. The same thing that you do for other people. So, looks really, really nice to me. It looks like a new path of people working together better than before, or realizing that you are not alone and that you have others around you that care a great deal. And also, keep in mind, this is the Ace, or the beginning of this journey, and this is the 10 of Pentacles. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the 10. So another message in here is that whatever you are starting right now that you care about, that's a new practice or a new way or a new job or a new home or a new situation, that it has a great potential to turn into something long-lasting and fruitful in the future. So, okay. Let me pick one message to just end the reading with. Hopefully this resonated for someone or helped someone out there, or even a group of you. Happy New Year, you guys. So, is there anything else you want them to know or focus on? Or anything else you want to say? These two came out. Oh, wait, there's 3. Okay. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. You deserve it. Love who you are. You are an amazing person. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. Something is happening that is very fortunate for you, or is about to. And love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. Others are showing you at this time that they love you, and you need to accept it or appreciate it. And also, you Virgos are pretty good at doing it the other way around, but I'm definitely getting some kind of message that it's time for you to receive, and also to realize you deserve it, because you are lovable, or you are important, you are special. So, okay, hopefully that helped or made sense, and I'll see you guys soon. I'm holding off on the dailies for now until I'm done with all of the generals. My little Virgo daughter, well, she's not so little anymore. She's 13 now. She's home with me for the last half of Christmas break, and so these are coming out a little slower than usual because I want to spend time with my kid. So she's nice enough to let me be in the kitchen and do these while she does other stuff. But okay. See you soon. Take care. Bye.